Aloha, welcome to the channel. I'm Doc Rock, your content creation coach. Today I want to talk to you about thumbnails and the importance of thumbnails and some caveats to watch out when it comes to thumbnail design. Folks, when you create your videos, whether it's a YouTube video, a Facebook live stream, a Twitch live stream, whichever, your thumbnails are like a magazine cover. They're like a book cover. They are what needs to catch a person's attention and tell them to stop and click and see what your content is all about. You can have the most fire content in the world and kind of a halfway horrible looking thumbnail, and you're not necessarily going to get the clicks because the video that you're competing against has a really excellent thumbnail, and it might actually be kind of a rubbish video, and then a person clicks it and they watch the video and they're dissatisfied, so they might just say, well, all the rest of these videos are going to be just as dissatisfying, and go look for another resource already. I don't think we know we do it, but we do it unconsciously all the time. Go through 3 videos and like not really getting the answer you want and just give up. The 4th one might have been a gem, completely overlooked because it had a jump thumbnail. So I'm going to show you how I think it is today, right now, to make a really decent eye-catching thumbnail. There's a couple of things that matter. You need nice, bold text. People, stop putting 6,000 words on a thumbnail. I try to stay under 5. Like, it's just because when you look at them on mobile, as most of your viewers are coming from, check your analytics. If they're watching on mobile, they're not going to have an opportunity to see that tiny thumbnail. So let's dive right in. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that I think of when I'm making a thumbnail, and I'm just going to make a random thumbnail about nothing, but you'll get the idea because this applies to no matter what. Now, what I hate to hear in the comments is, well, my channel is a niche channel and I do, it doesn't matter. Thumbnails are thumbnails, book covers are book covers, magazine covers, CD covers, cassette cover, VHS covers if you're old school, Laserdisc covers, they're all the same thing. It catches your attention, you go in. Think like a movie poster, but with way less text. Let's go check it out. Here we are in Canva. Now you can do this in any app you want, but Canva right now happens to be my favorite. So as I look into some of these designs, you can kind of see designs that might just work for your process. But what I'm in here looking for is I'm looking for an overall look, a look that will catch my eye. Now, what I see a lot of people do is click this design like this here and literally just substitute this image and this text and post that as a thumbnail. You don't want to do that because everybody is using the same templates and it will get old. But what you can learn from this, immersive big image, large text, very few words. So I could use this as a concept and work from here because this does work. The contrast between the white box and the black text, the contrast down here between the white text and the black box. Again, it's been stated in ClickMagnet and other tools that will give you the AI sort of science behind what attracts people's attention. Eyes definitely work, and quarter body shots or tighter definitely work. Long body shots do work, but not as well as quarter body or just a headshot. The large head with an immersive face absolutely crushes the most, which is why you see top creators creating thumbnails like that. And so what I would mean by that is something like this design where there's a large head and the eyes are right there. This is a killer thumbnail. Now, maybe you only have one person's face to put in there. That would still work. You would just adjust the text over here accordingly. And again, try not to just use the exact layout. Play with the layout a little bit. But the idea is to give you the large swath portions. This also killer thumbnail. I personally wouldn't put the text over the person's face, but it does work in this particular case because it's emotional. The eyes draw you in. You read the text. It's big. It's clear. It's not like an entire paragraph of text. I see people creating thumbnails like this. This would be a bad thumbnail for YouTube just because it's hard to read this tiny stuff on mobile. So I'm going to build one from scratch in my own style, but you'll get an idea because I will follow the basic principles. So let me select all of that stuff and delete it. Start with my back color. You guys know me. Cool thing about Canva Pro, you can have your palette and you don't have to go looking for your colors. They're already there. I'm going to go ahead and click on the text and I'm going to click header. So in this header, it allows me also with Canva Pro to pick my font. I already know what my font is. It's on point, and I know my magic number is 100. I just happen to like it like that. So let's come in here. Okay, so I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna move it to the top. I'm gonna bury this in the corner, and I'm going to hold down the shift key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just how I line things up. There's probably a better way. I don't know what it is. Now, I use these boxes to kind of show me where my text is going to be. So I'm holding down the Option key and dragging down the duplicate. You can also press Command D and do it by hand this way. Okay, so I got a couple copies. I'm going to put this to the side. So by pressing right, but we'll leave it like that for now. Okay. I'm going to take this one and move it out of the way. Select these. I'm holding down the shift key as I select them all. I'm going to press position and send them all to the left. Boom. And I'm going to make one other change. I'm going to pull this one down. I'm going to put this one up, and I'm going to put this one up, and then I'm going to select these again, and I'm going to do my position one more time, send it to the left. There we go. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, I'm going to take this guy out of there. I think I need a little bit more space in between these. So you can try sometimes in position. Canva will give you the tidy up box. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't really like that. I'm gonna just undo it, make sure they're all there. But I will grab these bottom two, shift key down twice, and then grab the other one. And then now they're sort of evenly spaced. Just to get them matching, I'm going to select all, like such, and then do my position to check that they're to the left. They are correct. That just means I don't really like this lowercase, so I'll make it capital case. That's all. Now, I'm going to grab all of these and I'm going to group them because I'm kind of happy with how they stick together. And I'm going to move it that way just a little bit. I'm going to go over here into my uploads and I'm going to pick a picture. Let's use this picture. Okay, so first thing I want to do is make it a little bit more immersive. So let me take it all the way to the top. And then here's the magic of Canva Pro. And if you don't have Canva Pro, you just have to cut the backgrounds out before you import the image. Canva Pro just makes it easier. I really don't like those free sites that do the background removal for you, because if it's free, you are the product and they're selling your information. So I'm not a fan of those, but if you don't have the money for Canva Pro, do it that way. Now, another thing to know is that if you are an educator, I believe you can get Canva Pro for free. If you're a nonprofit organization, I also believe you can get Canva Pro for free. So I'll move this guy to the background and take this guy forward. Yeah, let's take this guy forward. I like it forward. We're going to click on just this and position. Nope, it won't let me do it. How about we position this one? Oh, there we go. It did it. It just needed a second to refresh because I'm working on the desktop app, not the web app. It takes a little bit of time. So I kind of like this. What I will do now is ungroup these and give these guys a little bit more breathing space. Now, if you want to just double check if your spacing between your lines is good, you can also come over here to elements, grab yourself a little square, find a space that you like. Let's just say I'm happy with this spacing right here. I'm going to click that guy. I'm going to make this square match and then pull it down. Oh, wrong one. Grab the square again. Let me do this way. it's hard to grab the square because it keeps wanting to grab the text. So I'll lock the top one, and then that way you can grab the bottom. It's just a sort of a bad trait for Canva, but it does work. I'm gonna just move this over here so it's out of the way of those boxes and I can grab it easier. So I'm gonna hold this up, pull it there, grab that down, stick it to the bottom, grab this right here, pull it up, and now they're matching. You see that? So I'm using the top of the box. When you click this, see the blue line? It's the top of the box. It's hitting the bottom of that. So I have a decent amount of space. It's perfectly matched. I can throw this away. I don't need it any longer. I can select all of these and make sure that they are positioned to the left, and they are. Okay, so technically I'm done. I really don't need to add anything else, but for me, because of my brand, I like to stick in my logo. So I'm gonna come over here and I can stick in the logo from there. I probably have it further down in this page and I don't want to hunt for it. So I just go to the home real quick. I come over, open this one, grab my logo. But you guys see, like I kind of keep these guys in the theme, right? So I don't have to like keep repeating designing from scratch again. I can just always start where I am and then go back in. So I don't need that element. I'll paste in that element, move it over here, drop it in the corner, shrinkify it a little bit. And I kind of really don't even need that because it's on the shirt. But if you wanted to put something here, you can. But don't be afraid of negative space. Like that's another primary character. Do not be afraid of negative space. But see, I have a thumbnail. It catches your eye. It doesn't have a lot of unnecessary things going on. Now, if I were going to add an element, maybe I would put a contrast box. I don't need to, but let's just show you an idea for if you're trying to be different and you wanted a contrasting box. Put your square back on, line it up about here, grab the side, pull it all the way over. Maybe I'll stop it like at the back of my arm, grab the bottom, pull it up. That's about correct. And then adjust the color for contrast. You can pick something striking like that. And then I would just position it, send it all the way to the back to give it a pop of color, if you will. I'm not in that design mode right now. I'm in solid background mode, but that's something that you could do in order to give it a little bit of extra something. This is eye-catching, right? Even coming all the way here to the top and covering the eye-catching part. The reason why the red under the YouTube kind of snatched your eye really well is because it's red in the YouTube. Those two things go together in people's brain. But even if I did something like that, it matches my brand palette. And up here, because it's not conflicting with my image so much, I can try different backgrounds. I can go to a different color red, dark red, bright perps, try things. I wouldn't go there. That's obnoxious. But you could try various colorways and see what kind of matches. The beauty of Canva, I could click on here, click this dropper guy, and literally pull a color directly out of my shirt. That contrast isn't enough for me, but it's just an idea. We're just spitballing ideas here, gang. I feel a little bit like Bob Ross saying that, thank you, Mr. Ross. I wish I had your hair. But in a matter of minutes, I make a thumbnail that's straight and to the point, is eye-catching, big, large text, eye-catching image, and that, my friends, is how you create a thumbnail in Canva. Now, again, these tips will work in just about any app. You can be from Photoshop, Affinity Designer, whatever. The tips are the tips. Use big text. Use contrasting colors if possible. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That's bad. Just keep it simple. Don't go too crazy. Do not put too much weird things on there that distract from your content. Think of really, really good logos, really, really good book covers, things like that. when you're out and you're looking at magazine covers and you look at, that's why Vogue, boom, just Vogue. GQ, BAP, GQ. Sports Illustrated, Sports Illustrated. Not a lot of crazy stuff. Those bylines and copies, those have to be there to catch you as to what articles are inside. But if you take that away, the cover still works. It still would probably make you buy it. So think about those things. Try to stay away from small text and drop it on your phone and look at it in your album before you post it. Then you can see, can I read all of this stuff as a small size in my camera roll? If it looks good and you can read it in your camera roll, it'll probably be fine for YouTube. If it's hard in camera roll, you busting out one of those, not a good look. Just don't even bother. Hope you like this video. If you enjoyed this, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you can be notified when I make another video. I will be doing more Canva tutorials soon. So watch the video that's coming up on screen next.